So now let's start taking a closer look at attempting to identify somebody who may be struggling with dyslexia. But let's begin with some of the really positive aspects of what being wired up in a dyslexic way can bring. So quite often we'll find that those people characterized as dyslexic are very, very good at what we call seeing the big picture. They're also very good at connecting ideas together, sometimes what we call thinking outside the box, and even being able to sort of stand outside and look in at the box in a literal 3D kind of a way. I'm also aware of people who have phenomenal memory for place. So somebody can have gone to a place 25 years ago and then revisited it and be able to spot really subtle changes in layout, street signs, the sort of actual layout in a 3D space of where they've been, and remember it with that degree of 3D clarity, if that makes any sense. On the other hand, we can look at certain areas like organizational skills, planning and prioritizing, timekeeping, and managing extraneous external factors like noise and light. These are areas that dyslexic people can struggle with. So it's not that there's a sort of deficit of intellect. IQ has got absolutely nothing to do with this. It's just that some things that dyslexic people are very, very good at, and correspondingly things that are taken to be fairly mundane by an average member of the general public, they can struggle with. But spotting this is never easy because the positive aspects are often what they're employed for, and they'll do their best to minimize their exposure to the organizational and administrative tasks, and they don't want people to know. They may be not even aware themselves. So this is not always as easy to spot as one might imagine. I think it's important to preface what we're going on to talk about with recognition that people who suffer any kind of shaming around the issues that we're going to go on to talk about can often go on to exhibit addiction problems, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety. This is not a trivial matter at all. And this kind of shaming can come from family, friends, school teachers. It really is brutal, and it can often manifest as a fear or a negative attitude towards people in authority. So we should take great care to be aware of many of the issues that people with dyslexia have faced from their earliest years. This is no trivial matter at all. However, a UK charity called DANDA has suggested that we can break down what they call problem areas into perception, communication, gross and fine motor skills, memory, organizational skills, and social skills. So for dyslexic people, reading and spelling and written expression can be problematic. Interpreting visual images, particularly if you ask them to hold an image still, they can sometimes struggle to do that. And this is where stress management becomes important. And they may have a tendency to interpret language literally and have trouble with figurative or metaphorical language. There may be some sensitivity to light, to touch, taste, pain and sound, and may be issues judging time, distance, speed and space under the headings of perception. As far as communication goes, may be issues constructing ideas and what they're going to say in their own heads, but planning and writing essays, being succinct, brain working faster than mouth or the keyboard, they are good indicators. And speaking too loud or soft may be an indicator. Pronunciation is often a good indicator as well. Under fine and gross motor skills, it may be the clue for dyslexia, it may be in the quality of handwriting. And under memory and storage of information, following instructions in sequence, following a discussion, short-term memory or forgetting things, and lapses in concentration, overall control of attention can be indicators. And under the heading of organisational skills, prioritising, managing time, planning activities, delegating and multitasking can be challenges. And at a social level, misleading body language, giving off body language inappropriately, or not being able to read the body language of others. So against that background, quite a lot to go on. So this is not a definition, it's just some clues along the way.